Imagine a quiet day by a river in ancient Israel, where a group of young men are working hard, building a new home. When something unexpected happens, it's a small crisis that leads to a big miracle. Today we're diving into a short but amazing story from the Bible. It's found in 2 Kings, chapter 6, verses 1 to 7. It's called Elisha and the Floating Axe Head, and it's about a prophet, a lost tool, and a moment that shows God's care for the little things in life. This story is simple, surprising, and full of heart. Let's jump in and see what it's all about. Our story takes place during the time of Elisha, a prophet in Israel. Elisha was God's messenger, a guy known for miracles, big ones, like raising the dead, and small ones, like helping people in everyday ways. He wasn't just a holy man, he was approachable, someone who cared about the people around him. Elisha led a group called the Sons of the Prophets. Think of them as his students, young men training to serve God, kind of like apprentices learning from a master. These guys lived together, studied together, and worked together. But their community was growing, and their living space was getting cramped. Picture a small, dusty house stuffed with people, everyone tripping over each other. One day, the group comes to Elisha and says, "Look, our place is too small. We need more room to live and work." Elisha's like, "Sounds good. What's the plan?" They say, "Let's build a bigger place by the Jordan River. There's plenty of timber there, and we can do it ourselves." Elisha nods and says, "Go for it. I'll come along to help." So, the group heads to the Jordan River, a wide flowing river lined with trees, perfect for building. It's a busy scene. Axes swinging, logs piling up, everyone pitching in. These guys aren't rich. They're working hard with what they've got. Some of them are using borrowed tools because back then, iron axe heads were expensive, like borrowing your neighbor's fancy power drill today. You didn't want to lose one, or you'd be in big trouble. They're chopping away, making progress, when suddenly splash. One of the young men lets out a yell. His axe head, the heavy iron part, flies off the handle and lands in the river. Watches it sink into the murky water, gone. This isn't just a whoops moment. This guy's in a panic. Turns to Elisha and says, "Oh no, my master, that axe was borrowed." Losing it means he's on the hook to replace it, and for a poor student, that's a huge debt, maybe months of work to pay off. It's like losing your friend's laptop or crashing their car. He's freaking out, thinking, what am I going to do? Now Elisha steps up, cool as a cucumber, doesn't lecture the guy or tell him to be more careful. Instead, he asks, "Where did it fall?" The young man points to the spot in the river where the axe head sank. Elisha doesn't hesitate. He picks up a stick, walks to the riverbank, and tosses it into the water right where the axe head went down. Then, something wild happens. The iron axe head, solid metal that should stay sunk, starts to move. It rises up through the water, floating to the surface like a cork. The Bible says it floated, plain and simple. Elisha turns to the young man and says, "Pick it up." The guy reaches out, grabs the axe head, and just like that, his problem is solved. Can you imagine the looks on everyone's faces? One minute, this guy's in a total panic, thinking he's ruined. The next, he's holding that axe head, probably staring at it like, did that just happen? The other guys are likely gathered around, amazed, maybe laughing in disbelief. Elisha just smiles and gets back to work. Like floating axe heads are no big deal. The group finishes building their new place, and life goes on. But that moment by the river sticks with them. It's a story they'll tell for years. So, what's this little story telling us? It's not a huge epic tale like David and Goliath or Noah's Ark. It's small, personal, almost every day. But that's what makes it so powerful. First, it shows us that God cares about the little things. This wasn't about saving a nation or stopping a war. It was about one guy's problem, a borrowed tool, a potential debt. Yet God, through Elisha, stepped in. It's like God saying, "I see you. Your worries matter to me, no matter how small they seem."
Ow.
There's also a lesson about trust. The young man didn't try to fix the problem himself. He went straight to Elisha, the guy he knew could help. Elisha didn't let him down, and neither did God. It's a reminder for us. When we're stuck, do we turn to the right place for help? Whether it's prayer, a trusted friend, or seeking wisdom, this story nudges us to lean on something bigger than ourselves. And let's talk about Elisha for a second. He's not just a miracle worker, he's a leader who cares. He could have brushed off the guy's panic after all. He'd done bigger miracles like healing people or multiplying food. But he took this seriously. It shows us what good leadership looks like. Being there for people, meeting them where they are, even in the small stuff. It's a challenge for us too. How do we show up for the people around us when they re-stressed or scared? There's a deeper layer here as well. The floating axe head is a miracle that defies nature and doesn't float. Just like water doesn't turn to wine or seas don't part. It's a sign that God's power can break through the impossible, whether it's a lost tool or a bigger problem in our lives. It's like a wink from God saying, I've got this, even when it looks hopeless. This story also fits into the bigger picture of Elisha's life. He was God's hands and feet in Israel, showing people that God was real and present. Not just in big moments, but in the day-to-day grind. The book of 2 Kings is full of stories like this. Elisha helping widows, feeding the hungry, or, making an axe head float. It's a reminder that faith isn't just about grand gestures. It's about trusting God in the ordinary, messy moments of life. For us today, this story hits home. We all have our own axe head moments, times when we lose something important, mess up, or feel stuck. Maybe it's a job, a relationship, or just a bad day that feels overwhelming. This story says God sees those moments. He's not too busy running the universe to care about your lost keys or your tough situation. And it challenges us to ask, what's our next step? Do we panic and give up? Or do we look for help and keep going? The story of Elisha and the floating axe head is one of those hidden treasures in the Bible's short, sweet, and packed with meaning. It's about a prophet who cared, a God who notices the small stuff, and a miracle that turned a crisis into a moment of wonder. It invites us to trust God with our problems, big or small, and to be there for others when they're struggling. If you want to check it out for yourself, it's in 2 Kings, chapter 6, verses 1-7. Think about it. What's your axe head moment? How can you trust God to help you through it? Thanks for joining me on this surprising journey through the Bible. Until next time, stay hopeful and take care.